Итак, здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, с вами Серега Корж Гамес, и мы сегодня погрузимся в UFC 4. Тяжелый вес, вернее, Деррик Льюис будет биться с Алексеем Олейником. Ну и для, наверное, зрителей канала небольшой такой отстранение от игры. Друзья, так как у меня вообще не хватает времени записывать все, что хочется, все, что может и все, что возможно, я буду придерживаться примерно такого плана. UFC 4, тяжелый вес мужчины. Ежедневно по одному видео будет выходить. UFC 3, два веса каких-то будет выходить ежедневно. И последнее видео в этот день будет или НБА, или НХЛ, или американский футбол, или бейсбол, или какой-то еще. Это что касается с понедельника по пятницу. 4 видео будет выходить в день на спортивном канале. Суббота, воскресенье попытаюсь все это совместить, но, наверное, не получится. А может быть и получится. Как-то вот такой вот график у нас по именно спортивному каналу. Ой-ой-ой, куда ты перелез-то, дружище? Где наш любимый Олейник Алексей? Ну, как-то так. Ладно, давайте уже начинать бой, а там уж решим, что и как и где. Прошу прощения, кто хотел сразу увидеть бой. Поехали.
All right, coming up next, it's a heavyweight clash between the Black Beast, Derrick Lewis, and Aleksei Oleinik. All right, so here is the veteran Aleksei Oleinik. This dude has almost 60 professional wins in MMA in a career that dates to 1996.
It's unbelievable when a guy can fight for so long and still be so relevant. Aleksei Oleinik, late in his career, has made a run at trying to become a UFC champion. That was a time when no one ever thought that was possible. But when you're landing Ezekiel choke after Ezekiel choke, getting performance of the night bonuses 4 times against guys like Mark Hunt, Victor Festa, Jared Rosholt, people will take notice, and Aleksei Oleinik is that guy that puts you on notice the moment he goes in the octagon with him.
I mean, he's got scarf hold, headlocks, Ezekiel chokes out the wazoo. Aleksei Oleinik, back-to-back main events against Mark Hunt and Alistair Overeem, still trying to chase down his first UFC title shot. All right, so here he is, one of the more popular fighters on this UFC roster, top to bottom, the heavyweight contender, the Black Beast, Houston's finest, Derrick Lewis.
Yeah, Derrick Lewis is a phenomenal fighter, but he's just a fighter at heart. From the hardships that he had as a kid to his youth, developing and overcoming so much adversity to become a guy that has fought for the UFC Heavyweight Championship is truly inspiring for anyone that looks up to Derrick Lewis. But not only is the story very good, the fighting skill is there to match.
And he's got that old school break your face open type of power, and he'll look to put it to good use in this matchup here tonight. And now our tail of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Lewis is 35, Oleinik is 43. Lewis weighed in at 260 pounds. Oleinik will have a 1-inch reach advantage. To get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 60 wins, 17 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, Aleksei the Boa Constrictor Oleinik. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 11 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 260 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Derrick the Black Beast Lewis. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
So Dan Murgliata shares the cage. You ready? All right, so here we go. This highly anticipated fight is now underway. Looks like a classic matchup of strikers versus grappler. Am I simplifying things too much?
In this instance, you aren't, because this is what got these two men to the show.
Right.
One guy is known for his diverse attack on the feet. The other guy is known for his ability to drag the fight to the mat and put his opponents in danger from the very start of the grappling exchange.
Oh, strong punch there by Oleinik. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Right hand punch to the clinch.
Oh, and he hip tosses him to the mat. Now we'll see what he can do from here, DC.
Right into side control. He's going to try to control him, then find a submission. He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is. He's moving to the finisher position. Now watch, he goes parallel, right next to his opponent. When it's time to finish.
And this might just be a matter of time. Wow. All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in a fight, what are you looking for?
When I get to the side control of the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a choice. Either he turns back into you, you take your front headlock, or he turns in the opposite direction, you throw your hook in, and you start looking to get a choke off. Now the guy's got armbar, he's attacking it on it. You gotta be careful, armbar. You gotta recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you gotta move him off, and you gotta cover. You can't be off to an angle.
And this might just be a matter of time. Oh, that was a violent tap there, so he submits him with the arm bar.
I mean, just steps ahead of the competition. Where you're playing checkers, he's playing chess in the ground fighting, and it showed tonight in this big submission victory.
Let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they match-make him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 48 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Aleksei the Boa Constrictor Oleinik.
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.